This is your final podcast overview for week 14. We'll be covering the last chapter of the textbook, which is chapter 15, Psychological Therapies. So for next week, you're going to just be studying for the last exam. So the focus for this week is on chapter 15, as well as the Hawk reading, which is 9.2, Relaxing Your Fears Away. So last week we took a look at all the various psychological disorders and illnesses, the different categories of them, looking at the DSM manual, which describes every disorder and symptomology, prevalence, as well as some popular therapies. Well, now we get to dive a little bit deeper into what therapies work for which illnesses. So let's take a look here. These are your objectives for the chapter, and I'll have a link right under here, and you can click on it to get the rundown of all of those. This is your lecture slides for the chapter. And then I just have 2 videos this week. This one is on psychotherapy. So what happens when you need to get help, when you recognize the need for intervention with your mental health? What might that look like? What does psychotherapy entail? And then this video is on the biomedical treatments for various mental illnesses. So those 2 deal with specific treatment categories, so biomedical versus psychotherapy. Those are kind of the 2 key areas. Sometimes people do both. They get psychotherapy, which is counseling or talk therapy, while they are also taking medication. And in fact, that's the most successful type of treatment, is the combination of both. So those are the 2 I have for the crash course videos. And then I just put one here that addresses treatments for depression. I think depression is probably the most common, aside from anxiety disorders. Depression is the most common, I would say, in young people today for numerous reasons. But there's definitely some great information here in what kinds of treatments exist for even low-grade depression all the way up to major depressive disorder. So I thought this might be helpful. Sometimes people don't know what exists to help them or how they would go about getting that help. So I hope that this is helpful in speaking to that particular category of illness. Then your discussion question for this week focuses on not only the chapter, but also the Hawk reading, which is called Relaxing Your Fears Away. And it deals with the type of therapy called systematic desensitization. It can be used in a variety of anxiety disorders, and it's very effective. So I want you to talk a little bit about that therapy. How effective is it and why? Make sure you cite not just the Hawk reading, but also the textbook talks about it as well. How are the acquisition of phobias, like acquiring a phobia, like getting a phobia, how is that related to the learning principles we've discussed earlier in the semester, way back in chapter 5? We talked about how people learn. We covered classical conditioning and operant conditioning. This is very closely related to how people learn to be afraid of things, which is a phobia. A phobia is not a genetic, I'm born with it. We learn phobias via our interactions with our environment. So talk a little bit about some of those learning principles. You'll have to go back to chapter 5 and how would they apply to how a person acquires a phobia. And then lastly, also based on those principles of learning, what other types of therapy might be useful for the treatment of phobias. So when you look at the illness of a phobia, of an anxiety disorder that's phobic in nature, you'll want to go back to the chapter last week and take a look at that again and kind of refresh your memory. But what would be helpful in treating those, right? So the goal of treatment might be to reduce those phobias or eliminate them completely. What options do people have for doing that, and how is it related to some of those principles of learning that we covered earlier in the semester? So that's your discussion for this week. You also have a quiz, quiz 13. It's your last quiz before your final exam, which is next week, which is not cumulative. Your final exam is only going to cover the chapters since the last test, which I believe are chapters 7, 14, and 15. So it covers the cognition, thinking, intelligence, and language, as well as psychological disorders and psychological therapies. So that would be your final exam, and I'll talk more about that next week. But for this week, you just have the quiz on chapter 15 in standard format for that. And that wraps up the week. But as you're kind of coming to a close with your work and your studying and all of that, I just want to remind everybody that I am available. I've been meeting throughout the semester with several of you here and there, popping in and out, asking questions. It's been great. So just keep that in mind as you're approaching the final. If you have any questions or want to review anything with me, I'm available.